time, chatters, we have a couple people who actually want to be here for some quality StarCraft. And what better quality is than to start with our hometown hero from the Platinum Heroes. It is Sigge. I believe he is off racing, if I'm not mistaken, since this is Division 4. And on the opposing side, we have, going by the name Heartbroken, but for the Sentinels of Mirage, this is Murasame, our Polish Zerg player. Not sure where's... Sigge is Swedish. So, we already have a interesting 14 hatchery as... Wait, was it 14? Maybe it was not. No gastrics, so it was a 14 hatchery, and looks like it's going to be a 14 pool. So good old 14-14. Let's see what we're going to have out off of this one. As we're going to have the standard 16 hatch, 18 gas, 17 pool on the side of Sigge. So we have a hatch trick over here. All right, that is kind of interesting. So Murasame has some interesting builds. I casted his games a couple of times in Baltic Cup, if I remember. He played some interesting build orders, which is always fine. I kind of like to cast some interesting builds. The hatchery is going to be a lot quicker, so if we look at the timing, it's going to be almost double the... what you call it? It's going to be twice as fast. Or like 50% more. I guess twice as fast is fine. But the hatchery on the side of Murasame is actually done. And we have no gas income, so we're gonna have 8 lings. Oh, is this gonna scout this whole thing? Okay, hopefully. Oh no! Oh, okay, he's going to see it. He's going to see it. Alright, he had it selected. I saw that he had it selected. Okay, let's see. He needs to start a spine as well. Okay, 1 spine, maybe potentially 1 more. And he has to pump out lings like his life depends on it. And indeed it does. Okay, second queen is for some reason quite late. I'm wondering if this is like... Maybe this was like... No, it wasn't the fast pool, so... Who am I even kidding? He needs to pull drones against this. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna have to actually do something here. That's already 2 drones going down. Potentially gonna have to pull a couple of things. Nicely positioning the queen between the mineral lines. That is so far so good. We have no gas income on the side of Murasame. Murasame is actually really far behind in gas. I don't see any gases being taken. I believe there's going to be like at least 2 gases taken at once. Maybe it's going to be like a 2 base slow link flood. That could also be the case. We have 4 queens already coming up, so that is going to be quite safe. Spinecrawler is down already. There is no gas mining. Sigge actually confirmed it. And there's going to be the 2 gases in the natural. That is quite smart on the side of Murasame. He scouted the main and the lack of gas. So, so far so good for Sigge, but he has to actually see that there's going to be some kind of aggression on the side of Murasame. We have 2 evolution chambers. I believe we're going to see stuff being pulled into the gas. Not yet, I guess. That's quite wild. Okay, he's going to pull it into the gas right now, and he's constantly staying at 38. This is kind of like a... I feel like this is somewhat of a thriving build. This really feels like a thriving build. No, it's actually a team league. It's actually a team league. So we have 3 sets of best of 2s, one sandwich, and we are going to have basically 3 players maximum, right? So first team to actually 4 map wins is going to win. That could be a 4-0, could be 4-2, 4-3 with an ace map, you know. It could be 1-1 in each of these best of 2 series, and then we're going to go to a ace match, the decider ace match. But yeah. Okay. And yes, we have the lair coming up from Sigge, and we don't have a lair coming up from Murasame. This is actually quite wild, honestly. I would expect a lair coming up here. And is there going to be enough here to actually support? We have 1-1 coming up from Murasame. Oh, and wait a second. Okay, I thought I actually saw this. So he walled up with the roach horn, but it's not going to be roaches. It is going to be a thriving build, and this might just be a potential a lane drop over here. This really feels like a thriving build, honestly. Could be wrong on that one, but this really feels like a thriving build, a 2-base 3-hatch thriving build. I believe Murasame actually played that. So yeah. And yes, this is going to be, by the way, we actually haven't commented, but the Spire has finished, and we have a couple of Mutalisks spawning. One already out. There's a 3rd base, so there's going to be more mining on the side of Sigge. Sigge is going to see that this is just now getting link speed, and this is a lot more links than Sigge has, so he has to be careful. That's going to be a lot of links going towards the north, and a couple of them coming to the south. The queen could be in danger, honestly. Okay, he's not going to be aware of this. This is going to be kind of a link drop, and the rest is going to actually go in from the natural, I believe. But the mutas are being shown. The queen is actually in a decent position. Let's see if this is going to be enough. Links are unloading into the main. We're going to try to get basically a picture of these 2 bases. It's going to try and take down this Spire. If that Spire goes down, it's going to be quite wild. Oh, is he going to be there in time? He actually needs to try and save the Spire. He's not going to be able to do that. Okay, the Spire is on the way for Murasame. We have 2 evolution chambers. The Spire is going to be retaken, but the Spire will finish on the side of Murasame, and Murasame has a bunch of gas over here, so he's going to be quite happy with what he has right now. He's going to just bank up gas, I believe, but he's going for 26 more links. I don't know if he actually realized that the Spire has finished, and now a couple of mutas will try to go in, and if he could just find a couple of these queens or something, it could be quite good for Sigge, but Sigge is actually behind right now. Losing that Spire was really bad. He's gonna go for a Baneling Nest, but I don't know if that is going to be the case, that the saving grace here. And now you actually need to be really careful. In the meantime, take a Doom Rat for the follow. Didn't even know that you're from South Africa, by the way. I saw the Dutch flag, if I'm not mistaken, and I figured. But yeah, welcome. As we are looking at, basically, Murasame is actually gonna go in with the mutas, and there's nothing that wait a second, why am I saying, sorry, here's the mutas of Murasame. I just saw mutas and I figured it's that. Didn't even look at the minimap. I'm a bit overexcited for this match. I'm also kind of like, I'm a totally biased caster, but if somebody has to win, then I wouldn't mind if it would be the Platinum Heroes player, obviously. But they're totally unbiased, by the way. So Sigge is going for a 4th base, so most likely not gonna give up just now. It's a queen going down. How many queens do we have left? We have 2 queens left on the side of Sigge. 3rd base coming in from Murasame. Actually, it is finished, and we have a tad bit of a worker lead, but it's not going to be that long. We're gonna have a cleanup over here. Alright, more mutas on the way, and it's going to be a Muta versus Muta, most likely. The Muta count is 40 versus 14, actually. Okay, so that is great, but we have no upgrades on the side of Sigge. Murasame will have that plus on Carapace. Now, we actually need more mutas on the side of Sigge. Sigge will have 17, but the mutas of Murasame will have to traverse the map to actually get here. A bunch of links are going to move in, and potentially it's going to be open. Okay, queen is going to go down, and there's no counterattack just yet on the side of Murasame. He's going to try to actually deal with this link pressure over here, but the links of Sigge will win, and that means it's going to be a bit of breathing room. Looks like we're going to go into infestors, as we're going to have a couple of them, 2 infestors. Fungal is potentially the best thing that I would actually pick versus the Muta. On the other side, Murasame also has a infestation pit and is going for hive, so let's see what we're going to tech into after that. I also wouldn't mind some I'm not even sure what I want here. I guess it's going to be Adrenal, and potentially, yeah, I guess Adrenal is going to be the choice here on hive tech for Murasame. I don't believe it's going to be Mutas, but sorry, Ultras, but if it's Ultras, then potentially it's going to be quite okay, as we don't have that many tools here for Sigge to actually do that. Okay, from South Africa, but living in the Netherlands. Nice. Okay. Oh, it's not even finishing that Overlord. So for now, we have 20 Mutas versus 19, but we have 2 Infestors on the side of Sigge, and I'm curious. I'm waiting for that hive to finish up. Looks like Sigge is not going for that hive just yet. Not that much of a bank to actually show for it. It's actually pretty tight macro on both sides. Sigge with a bit of advantage. Let's see. We need those fungals. Maybe Murasame actually spotted those. Let's see. Oh, if he could just pull back the Mutas, it would be quite crazy, honestly. Oh, one Juicy Fungal would do the trick. Plus on Flying Carapace or not. Is the Infestor... the Infestor is actually spawning in the main. It's spawning in the main. Maybe... oh, maybe... just drop it. Okay. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. He doesn't hit the Fungal. You need to actually target this bottom line over here. That is where the unit itself will be located by the game engine. So it's not great to target it actually right on top of the unit, because it's not going to be exactly on top of the units. Maybe you catch a couple of them, but it's not going to be exactly the amount. Okay, there's still 2 Infestors, and Sigge is looking to actually push forward. We don't have Adrenal, so that is crazy. Okay, we have Vipers on the way, actually, but do they have enough energy? They don't have enough energy, so Murasame with a huge blunder over here. He needs to actually be careful. I mean, he needs to just burn through this hatchery's HP, but the links are going to go in. The floodgates are opened. Couple Banelings trying to do their best, but actually Sigge is going to move in. I wouldn't mind if we would see Adrenal from Sigge, but yeah, let's see how this is going to unfold. He knows about the hive because of the Vipers as well. He has a couple of Banelings, slow Banelings though, but it's going to matter quite a lot. So we have +1 flyer attack on the side of Sigge. Let's see these Mutas, how they're going to deal with this. Beautiful macro game, by the way. I don't know, I just need to I just need to actually mention this. Like, both players are playing super solid macro in a ZVZ, so it's something to learn, something for all of us to learn. Okay, he's gonna try and go in, potentially gonna try to actually split this. Oh, but the parasitic bombs are actually crazy. Oh no, he's actually not splitting properly. And he's going to try and potentially get another fungal. Let's see, there's a couple of fungals over here, I believe, yes, but that's not going to be enough. It looks like Sigge is on the run. He needs to somewhat find some counterattack potential. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really difficult. Now, the Muta count has actually quadrupled on the side of Murasame. We have Vipers on both sides. So, Sigge has one more shot to actually get back on that same thing. Oh my goodness, this is actually a crazy, crazy first game. Okay, hatchery is gonna go down. Let's see, is there enough energy? Is there enough energy? He tried to actually take down some of those Vipers, but he actually needs to just drop that parasitic bomb. Maybe he's waiting for Murasame to actually commit, so he doesn't have the chance to potentially get away with it. Okay, he's gonna try to actually do something, but where's Sigge's parasitic bombs? Okay, there it is. Let's see. That's a lot of damage on Murasame's Mutalisks. Oh my lord! A lot of them are actually falling on low red HP. And there's still 3 Vipers versus 4. My goodness, the spellcasters once again. These are 18 Mutas, but the Mutas of Sigge are actually much healthier. The problem is, if you don't drop another Parabomb on them, then it's going to basically mean that it's not going to just do anything, because they're going to heal up. And the problem is, the Mutalist count is going to grow. There's 7 Mutas on the way versus 4 on the way for Murasame. Sigge is going to go for this triangle base. That is the weird triangle base, because it's so far away. Reminds me kind of like Golden Aura type of triangle. Now they're trying to mirror each other's movement, trying to actually deal with each other's movement. Okay, spores are going to be there. Queen is potentially going to go down. He's trying to get to the spores, but is it going to be the best play here? I don't think so. Sigge has +2 melee. Okay, a couple of banelings will actually manage to get some decent connections. Now the link count has been reset on the side of Murasame. Only 7 links, but only 27 workers. That is crazy on the side of Murasame. And Murasame is down 80 supply, but let's remember, guys, a lot of this supply is in Mutalisk on both sides. So if those Parabombs hit properly and a couple of Muta shots, then probably one or the other army will actually just be lost instantly. Okay, Parabombs are actually spread between each other. Oh, he needs one more Parabomb, and he's gonna let the Viper fall. Oh my god, that is not the play, Sigge. Sigge needs to be very, very careful. He needs some more energy to actually drop a Parabomb. I think he had enough, but I am not exactly sure. He's going to gather enough energy to actually get this. There's the GG, because we had... Let's go back just a tad bit, because we had some action happening over here. We had all of the economy of Murasame just going down. Everything, the fresh base that was mining, everything just went down. Beautiful stuff, guys. I am actually like, woo, this was exciting. Okay, Equilibrium will be the second map. Let's host the ESL version. And let's drop it in here. There we go. Let's make myself a spectator. Let's invite Murasame. Okay, there we go. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Scared of the Vipers. There's no energy. Yeah. Gets fungal. It's insane play. Yeah. We were actually hoping for some decent fungals. Ah. Mauzy fam, how are you doing on this wonderful Friday evening? Hope everybody's doing fine. Hope everybody is safe. Everybody is happy. We are here to catch up with some StarCraft. And yes, every Muta fight. Hello, Chicano. Hello, hello. Okay. Alright, so this time around, we are going to start with the Sentinels of Mirage representative here on Equilibrium in the top left side. It's Murasame. And the amazing Platinum Heroes player in the blue. And in the top right side of Equilibrium, it is Sigge, the Swedish Zerg monster undercover, covered by a Protoss skin, so to say. Later on, as far as I know, we will have another off-racing player Also, if I'm not mistaken, an off-racing player cannot play in an ace match. Okay, I've been asked about the save quite a lot of times, so let's just put it on an overlord. Let's just put it on Sigge's overlord, and let's just talk a tad bit. So this apartment, basically I got into this apartment because my grandpa died, and oh my god, hold on a second, wait a moment. Okay, I'm gonna try to actually speed it up. So when I got when I basically was like 24 25, something along those lines, I wanted to move out. I said, okay, that's it, I'm done, I'm gonna get out of here, I'm sick of this. Then I was like, yeah, sure, like I need to move out. And they said, okay, just move into your grandpa's apartment. My grandpa died. He had quite a lot of stuff to actually keep in that safe, so but at this point there's nothing in it as far as I know. Maybe some papers, whatever, like maybe my mother keeps something, or I don't know. I have no freaking idea. And frankly, I never actually bothered asking or something like that. It's there, it's decoration kind of stuff. But yeah, it's nothing like Bitcoin drivers or anything that you would actually imagine. There's nothing of value as far as I know in there. And if it's there, it's basically not mine, so I'm not actually going to take anything from there. But in the meantime, we had a proxy hatchery here on Equilibrium, and it's gonna be an overlord as well. This is a bit of a mistake. You shouldn't actually have an overlord coming in here, but Sigge is actually dealing with this quite nicely. Will he actually save the hatchery? I don't think so. He didn't have anything whatsoever to speak of, and at this point, the funniest thing would be that like Murasame just mining from this. Sigge is actually super supply blocked. We have 8 Zerglings and we have spine crawlers, so that is actually fine. This queen could just attack. Oh, he needs to attack with this queen. Okay, that is actually smart. Oh my god. He's like, okay, this queen is going to fall for sure. Let me just basically get it to inject. And this is going to be -1 overlord as well. Murasame is going to stay heartbroken and supply blocked soon. It's going to be a couple of drones as well. It's 10 workers left, 12 workers, and we have 18 workers on the side of Sigge. So if Sigge is not overcommitting on an attack too much, then he should be very, very fine over here. We have a second gas coming up, and I'm curious what we're going to see. Maybe a roach horn as well. A couple of roaches would be quite nice against this. There is a queen and there is 8 lings, so this is not a winnable fight for Sigge. Sigge will potentially spot that there is, yep, he's going to spot with the overlord that there is a hatchery, and this just comes down to micro, I believe, because at this point there's only 6 lings on the side of Murasame, and there's only 8. There's 8, but there's like 11 more workers on the side of Sigge, and we have beautiful double spine setup over here. Now I'm curious what Murasame's plan is going to be. Sigge opts for the Baneling Nest, which is going to be quite a decent choice here. A beautiful Bane Bust could be in the cards. 22 workers still. 22 workers is actually 1 base saturation, so that should make the trick. There's going to be a lot of larvae over here available for Sigge. Once that second hatchery finishes, you can go and inject with this queen as well. There's a lot of injects still going on. He could place down a creep tumor over here, which would make potential maneuvering between 2 bases a bit better. Okay, so yeah, this is quite an interesting situation. I don't think I ever casted a proxy hatch in ZVZ, or hatch in the wall, or I don't know how to actually call this. I'm also confused, and I also think it's a bad build. But as I said, Murasame has some unorthodox builds. And oh my goodness, like I already love this series, honestly. This best of 2 is crazy. Crazy, I'm telling you. Okay, Banelings are going to morph. 9 Banelings on the way, but there's going to be a single Baneling on the side of Murasame. Murasame with 18 links versus the 9 of Sigge, but we're going to have 9 Banelings as well. Okay, and Spire on the side of Sigge. Didn't even notice the lair finishing. Okay, could potentially be a big boom over here. Okay, that's a couple of Banelings. Let's see. It's actually not that bad for Sigge. I mean, there's still a couple of Banelings, and no matter how low HP these Banelings are going to make big boom boom. So, oh my god, that is beautiful. 10 workers down the drain, and potentially the Queen TT, and then the GG is gonna be called. My god, what a cheesy piece of StarCraft we just witnessed over here. Like, boom. That means we're going to have a 2-0 lead on the side of the Platinum Heroes. Alright, second set is going to be Side Delta and Solaris. Doomrat versus Sigge, so we're going to have a ZVT as far as I know. Side Delta, we already have that. We still have it in the map pool. Side Delta, ESL Side Delta, of course. I'm going to host it with the ESL map pool. Lobby link. And we're going to invite Doomrat, and we're going to invite Sickest. Yeah, might have had a chance, like, yeah, just detonating the big clump of Banelings. Oh, but this was actually an insane one.